Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. For today's episode, we're going to do a preview of the Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets. The Miami Heat are going to be on the road playing against the Denver Nuggets in the Mile High City with one goal on mind, and that's finally securing a victory over a team with a winning record this season. So that's ridiculous that the Miami Heat have played 7 games so far and are 0-4 against teams with winning records or who made the playoffs last year. So they're going to face a tough matchup tonight. The Denver Nuggets are 5-3. This Friday night is going to be a good, important matchup for both teams. After a sluggish start, the Denver Nuggets have found some rhythm most recently, and they're riding a 3-game win streak. And I think Jamal Murray's been out for the last few. So impressive that they've been able to adjust and figure that out. And just 2 nights ago, they played against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they gave them their first loss of the season. So huge victory for the Nuggets. And so this is a team with the best player in the NBA, in my opinion, and you can't take them you can't take them lightly or take that for granted. So big opportunity for the Miami Heat to win a game. They need to stop the bleeding right now. The Miami Heat have had flashes of good basketball and have played well against these teams, but the biggest issue is consistency, especially in that third quarter. That third quarter has been detrimental for this Miami Heat pretty much all season long, where we've blown 3 15-point leads against the Suns, the Kings, and the Knicks. And the Miami Heat are 1-3 at home, which is just not going to cut it right now if you're trying to contend and be a top team in the NBA. And every game matters. Even this early point in the season where it's only been 7 games, you need to win because the Miami Heat were 2 games away from the 6th seed, 4 games away from the 2nd seed last season. So every game matters, and you can't play well in 3 quarters and lose 1 quarter consistently, and that's the third quarter. So again, the Miami Heat saw a 15-point lead vanish against the Phoenix Suns in that third quarter, and so they were hoping to build on that momentum and win a game against the tough Suns team, but they weren't able to do that. But tonight, we need a huge bounce back from Bam Adebayo. He was horrendous last game offensively, and he's been not that great this season so far. I think he's averaging like 14 points per game. That's because of the outlier of the 32 points that he scored against the Wizards. So looking for Bam to have a bounce back game. He's going to be playing against Jokic. So again, one of the best players, or if not the best player in basketball. So all eyes will be on that matchup in the paint. So it's going to be Bam versus the Joker. It's been a tough start for Adebayo, like I mentioned. Again, he's struggling with career lows in shooting. His efficiency, his rebounding is down. And on the other hand, Jokic is looking like an MVP. He's playing almost 40 minutes a game, still dominating in every way possible offensively, playmaking, rebounding, triple-double machine. So those two are two we have to watch out for. Bam has played well against Joker in the past. He's kind of slowed him down to a small degree in the past. So we need Adebayo to bring his A game. Like, you need to get right, Bam. Mentally, psychologically, this is going to be a tough test, but also you need to bounce back, like I said. In terms of Miami's defense has been struggling of late. They're ranked 14th in the league in terms of defensive rating, which last season they were top 5. So this is still a good defensive team, but so far a slower start on the defensive side, which is their identity, which is an issue moving forward because we know the Miami Heat struggle offensively. They can't struggle on the defensive end if they want to stay afloat, if they want to compete in the East. So this still is going to be a tough test for Denver. But Denver, is a good offensive team, and they have the best player, and they have good pieces around Joker that can hit the 3 ball. And so we need to make this game tough on Joker and essentially make the other guys beat you. But that's easier said than done. So other things that we need to look out for is Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero, the Miami Heat backcourt. Tyler Hero has continued to play very well. He's been the best player on this Miami Heat team so far in this young season, and we need him to continue that trend. We need him more than ever because the Miami Heat have tough times beating the Denver Nuggets, especially in the regular season. So we need him to dominate his matchup. Terry Rozier has been having a few bad games in a row, so we need him to string together some good games, and it's going to be helpful if he could do that against the Denver Nuggets. He was 2 for 10 last game against the Suns with only 7 points. So we need Terry to be efficient. We need him to contribute offensively, especially if Bam and Jimmy are 2 best players where it starts and should be finishing are struggling and not playing the best. So we need those two. We already mentioned Bam, but I need Jimmy to step up as well, and Terry, because Tyler Hero is the only one that has been consistent and efficient and been really good this season. So I want to give more credit to Tyler. We need Jimmy to step up. That's going to be the biggest thing too, as well. Is can Jimmy in a primetime game on the road play hard for 3 quarters? Like, I'm not even asking you for all 4 quarters. Like, he's been playing like 1 quarter per game. I need you to play like 3 of those 4 quarters. We need you to win this game. There's some injury updates for Denver. So Denver guard Jamal Murray has been upgraded to questionable, while Aaron Gordon, he's going to be sidelined with a right calf strain. I think he's going to be out for a few weeks. So that's a huge loss for Aaron Gordon, or for the Nuggets, because Aaron Gordon has dominated this Miami Heat team in the past, in the playoffs and in the regular season. So that could be huge for the Miami Heat, not having him. And again, Murray, in his absence, Russell Westbrook might start alongside Christian Braun, Michael Porter. They have Peyton Watson. Shout out to Peyton Watson. Play basketball with his uncle, who's a really good dude named Bam, also, ironically. But yeah, for Miami, we're likely going to see a starting lineup of Terry and Tyler in the backcourt as usual, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nico starts and plays for like 5-10 minutes. Like, let's just see how it feels, see how he can compete. But I also wouldn't be shocked if Haywood Highsmith plays and they go small, because they are going to be missing some size with Aaron Gordon out. Highsmith had some really strong minutes, 19 points against the Suns, played very well, 6 for 8 from the field, like 6 for 7 from 3. He was crushing it. So I could see the starting lineup change and inserting Highsmith in there. That's a possibility. But yeah, in my gut feeling, I think Jokic gets one more opportunity, but he's going to be on a short leash. So do you think the Miami Heat can turn the corner and prove folks wrong that this Miami Heat team is still a good team, that this team can contend? They are better offensively technically right now. So their offensive rating is 16th. Last year they were 25 for most of the year. Then they eventually finished, I think, 21. So bottom 10. At least they're in the middle of the pack right now. Defense, they're in the middle of the pack. That's bad. That needs to change. If they can get back to a top 5 team with this offense incrementally getting better in terms of offensive rating, then that could be huge for this Miami Heat team. But they need to get over the hump and beat teams with winning records. Like, I don't know what that psychological dilemma is for some reason with this Miami Heat team, but they need to freaking figure this shit out. And you need to win against good teams. Make a statement tonight. Bam Adebayo, will you step up against Jokic, like on this game Friday night against the Denver Nuggets on the road? Jimmy, will you finally try for at least 2 to 3 quarters and be the guy that we paid $50 million to, who wants an extension, who wants another contract with this team, apparently? Then you need to step up against Joker and the Nuggets. Terry, you need to be more efficient. We need you to step up. Tyler, keep doing what you got to do. And then hopefully, I don't know if Jaime Hawkins is playing or not. I'm hoping he is. If he's playing, we're going to have someone off the bench who's capable of getting to some points in the paint, hit a 3 when he's wide open, as well as rebound. He's been rebounding really well. And if Kevin Love is not able to go, I don't think he is able to go 100%. He's still trying to recondition since he hasn't played yet. He's been out for personal reasons. Then maybe we'll get Kel'el Ware getting 10, 12 minutes perhaps in this game. Hopefully not when Joker's in the game, because I think Joker would eat him alive. But it was good to see him come in, play 15 minutes last game, get 7 points, a couple of rebounds, a block, assists, a steal. He's going to be going through growing pains. He needs to learn. You got to throw him in the fire and see if he can survive. So I'm happy that he got time over Thomas Bryant. Just please don't play Thomas Bryant tonight. Please don't play him. Please, 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 please don't. Just put Kel'el in. And Tyler, keep doing your thing. And I'm excited to see you hopefully dominate the Nuggets tonight.